Hi, this is Hefni from the Hefni Guitar Method. This week I would like to share with you some of what I've learned in music college all those years ago. So if you're serious about studying music formally or you want to get serious about studying guitar, hopefully you might find some of these useful. Now, going to music college is not something that everyone gets to do because it's expensive and beyond the reach of many guitarists, particularly in my community. I'm not going to talk so much about the academic syllabus here, but rather the life lessons that you pick up that forge you as a musician and stay with you for the rest of your life. Many of these can only come in a college environment, and they're often things that you simply cannot learn in a classroom setting. So here's my story. In the late 90s, when I finished school, I was already a proficient guitarist and I loved to tap and sweep. In those days, musicians had this mentality that if you could play clubs, that was already the pinnacle for musicians. Guitarists especially have this mentality that all you need is to be able to play scales over power chords in the same key, and if you wanted to play in clubs, all you need to do was learn songs. Today, it's still true to a certain extent. However, back then, something kept bugging me. It was like you hit the ceiling of guitar playing and you just can't seem to break through because everybody was doing the exact same thing. And this was when I decided that I needed to go to college to learn guitar formally. So I applied to study at the International College of Music, or ICOM, in Kuala Lumpur, KL, which had a twinning program with Berklee College at the time, Berklee College of Music. So it was supposed to be 2 years in KL and 2 years in Berklee. However, as fate would have it, I never got to go to Berklee. It was just way too expensive, so I had to finish my education at ICOM. In any case, one of the first things that struck me was how young my classmates were. I was 25 at the time. I had finished national service, but my classmates were as young as 16 and 17. And they could play better than me even at that age, even though I had experience playing in clubs and gigs. What shocked me was that some of these guys had only been playing for like 4 years and I had like 7 years of playing experience under my belt. So that was my first hard lesson, that your ceiling is actually someone else's starting point. You may think that you're a pro, but actually you're just at the beginning stage of some higher standard. I would never have learned that had I not decided to pursue a formal music education. One of my teachers was Frank Ong, the bassist of the band Alley Cats, God rest his soul. And he taught me that what you use in playing clubs was probably 10 to 15% of what music actually had to offer. And if that was all that you wanted to do, right, play clubs, that's fine. But if you really wanted to know more of what there is, of what music had to offer, then you really had to study. For lack of a better description, it was really like the movie Matrix, where there's something beyond your reality, and if you never jump, you'll never know. One of the things I noticed in college that was contrary to the Singaporean mindset was that Singaporeans, we tend to mug in the library with the intention of doing exceptionally well in school, wanting to graduate with first class honors, summa cum laude, things like that. But the rest of the music population in college went out to play in clubs and they didn't spend much time in the library. So these guys, when they played out, they get spotted. So they ended up, beyond just playing in clubs, they ended up playing for sessionists, for artists on RTM, playing concerts on TV. Yeah, so I decided that I had to try gigging out, even though my student visa didn't permit that.